Pierre Jaquet-Droz, French, at Dro. 1721 to 1790, was a watchmaker of the late 18th century. He was born on July 28, 1721 in Chaux-de-Fonds, in Canton Neuchâtel, Kingdom of Prussia. He lived in Paris, London, and Geneva, where he designed and built animated dolls known as automata to help his firm sell watches and mechanical caged songbirds. Constructed between 1768 and 1774 by Pierre Jaquet-Droz, his son Henry Louis, 1752 to 1791, and Jean-Frédéric Lescot, 1746 to 1824, the automata include the writer, made of 6,000 pieces, the musician, 2,500 pieces, and the draftsman, 2,000 pieces. His astonishing mechanisms fascinated the kings and emperors of Europe, China, India, and Japan. Some consider these devices to be the oldest examples of the computer. The writer, a mechanical boy who writes with a quill pen upon paper with real ink, has an input device to set tabs, defining individual letters written by the boy, that form a programmable memory. It has 40 cans that represent the read-only program. The work of Pierre Jaquet-Droz predates that of Charles Babbage by decades. The automata of Jaquet-Droz are considered to be some of the finest examples of human mechanical problem solving. 3 particularly complex and still functional dolls, now known as the Jaquet-Droz automata, are housed at the Musée d'Art d'Histoire, Art and History Museum, in Neuchâtel, Switzerland. He once constructed a clock that was capable of the following surprising movements. There were seen on it a negro, a dog, and a shepherd. When the clock struck, the shepherd played 6 tunes on his flute, and the dog approached and fawned upon him. This clock was exhibited to the King of Spain, who was delighted with it. "The gentleness of my dog," said Droz, "is his least merit. If your majesty touch one of the apples, which you see in the shepherd's basket, you will admire the fidelity of this animal." The king took an apple, and the dog flew at his hand, and barked so loud, that the king's dog, which was in the room, began also to bark. At this the courtiers, not doubting that it was an affair of witchcraft, hastily left the room, crossing themselves as they went out. The minister of Marine was the only one that ventured to stay. The king having desired him to ask the negro what o'clock it was, the minister obeyed, but he obtained no reply. Droz then observed that the negro had not yet learned Spanish. Perregaux, Charles, Les Jaquet-Droz et leurs automates, Neuchâtel, 1906. Perregaux, Charles et Parrot, François Louis, Les Jaquet-Droz et Lescot, Neuchâtel, 1916. Chupnuis, Alfred et Gellis, Edouard, Le Monde des Automates, Paris, 1928. Chupnuis, Alfred et Droz, Edmond, Les Automates, Figures artificielles des hommes et des animaux, Neuchâtel, 1949. Maingot, Elaine, Les Automates, Paris, 1959. Carrera, Roland, Owasso, Dominique et Olivier Roux, Androids. Les Automates Jaquet-Droz, Lausanne, 1979. Beaune, Jean-Claude, L'Automate ETSES Mobiles, Paris, 1980. Tizot, André, Voyage de Pierre Jaquet-Droz à la cour de roi d'Espagne 1758 to 1759, Neuchâtel, 1982. Bayer, Annette, Fascinier and Welter Automaton, Munich, 1983. Collective, The Cyborg Handbook, London, 1995. Vandenberg, Mark, Henry Louis Jaquet-Droz et Pierre Jaquet-Droz in Biographies Mucateloises, Tomai, Gautreef, Addinger, 1996. Collective, Die Androiden, Zur Poetologie der Automaten, Bern, Peter Lang, 1996, Contributions in German and French. English summaries.